Hey, I'm Jerrod Blandino, and I'm the CEO of Too Faced Cosmetics. And I'm filming this here today for you so you guys can get a little better understanding of where we came from, how I created the company, and what all of our fabulous products are about. So, I'm going to start off by telling you guys a little bit about how I started and where we came from. I worked for Estee Lauder behind the cosmetics counter for years and years and years and years. So I was just like one of you. And my partner, Jeremy Johnson, worked for Chanel. So he was a business manager. So we both started off working behind the counter. And there I got all my experience learning what customers could use, what they couldn't. You know, just like you, what made a great lipstick, what didn't. If you could combine like 3 or 4 of the best lipsticks you had into one product by taking out this one's juicy and this one's pigmented. You know, that's what Too Faced is. It's all of the best things out of every other cosmetic line that I love brought into one product. What else? Should I do this again? Hey everybody, I'm Jerrod Blandino. I'm the CEO and creator of Too Faced Cosmetics, and I'm really happy to be able to do this today so I can personally, through videos, speak to each one of you and tell you a little bit about where we came from, what Too Faced is all about, and then go into our fabulous products because they are amazing, and I want to tell you why they are so incredible. But first off, I want to tell you a little bit about how I got started and, you know, how I gave birth to Too Faced. It all started 5 years ago. Actually, we're 5 years old. Actually, prior to that, I was working for Estee Lauder behind the counter at Saks Fifth Avenue, so I was just like one of you. There, I kind of gained a reputation for being a little more creative than maybe the typical Estee Lauder employee, and I began just mixing and melting and combining every other tester on the department to create these kind of signature colors that I was really into, because at the time, there wasn't any really glamorous or fun color. It was very structured back then. So I was notorious for taking like a Bobbi Brown shadow and a Chanel gloss, and I would like mix things together to create these like fabulous products because, like you know what makes a great lipstick or a great eyeshadow, and you've tried them all because you're in the department all day long and you get to play. So I would take a little bit of this shadow and a little bit of that and a little bit of, you know, this pigment, and I would kind of create the perfect eyeshadow, and I got this reputation with a lot of celebrities because I worked at Saks and I was a little more avant-garde and a little more creative. I got a lot of celebrities interested in what I was doing. So, you know, fast forward 6 months, I had all these women from Michelle Pfeiffer to Madonna coming in saying, you know, what was that lipstick you did for me? And it was like 8 different lipsticks, and I would end up taking them home and melting them in my microwave and like destroying my kitchen. And that's when I enlisted the help of Jeremy Johnson, and he is a buddy of mine. He worked for Chanel, and he has like that kind of book thing going for him, that business side, which I don't. So he said, you know, Jerrod, enough, you're destroying the kitchen. We need to like do something about this. We need to get you a hobby. So we went and found a lab, started creating, you know, a couple lipsticks, a couple eyeshadows, and that's where it really started. It was going to be a hobby. And our first 7 days in business when we launched Too Faced into Fred Segal in Hollywood, Madonna wore it to the Oscars and Drew Barrymore wore it to the MTV Awards or something, and we got a Vogue feature. So instantly, it just took off. And I think why is because of all of that experience I had working behind the counter, knowing what customers need, what they can't use, because some things are way too advanced for them. And Too Faced is really about allowing the customer to look their absolute best, to give them those celebrity secret products that kind of take you from ordinary to extraordinary and give you the ability to do that in your bathroom. So nothing's too complicated. All of the pigments are done, so they blend beautifully. They're all formulated to last 18 hours on a movie set. So, you know, if you're a soccer mom taking your kids to soccer practice or picking them up from school, it's definitely going to last, you know, till you take it off at night from 7 a.m. in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. You're going to look just as fresh. And that's really what it's about. And we're 5 years old now, so it's pretty cool. Okay, I can move.
No, be comfortable. Be comfortable. I'm adjust to you.
Okay.
See where you're going to settle in. I'm back to start. See where you're settling.
How rude. Let me stick it in my pocket. Gotcha. Am I going to sit on this thing? Okay.
You got it in there?
Can you see it? You can't?
No, you can. Yeah, Eric, help him.
How about over here?
Come on. You change the tape? No. Maybe you change tape. I'm fine. 7 minutes ago.
Hey everybody, my name's Jerrod Blandino and I'm the CEO of Too Faced Cosmetics. And I'm here today to give you a little bit of a training, a little bit of one-on-one time, which I'm really excited about. So before I go into all of our fabulous products, I want to talk about first a little bit about how I got started. I started working behind the cosmetics counter at Estee Lauder years and years ago, far too many now. But I gained a lot of experience, just like you, knowing what made a great lipstick or what was a fabulous eyeshadow and what made it less fabulous or more fabulous. You know what I mean? I got to play with every tester in the department. And I gained a reputation as being kind of a little more avant-garde, really creative, and at the time, makeup was a little boring. It was a little structured. The no makeup look was in, which was totally freaking me out. But anyway, so I would go around the department and take an eyeshadow from Chanel and Bobbi Brown or whatever, and I would chop them up, and I would just kind of create these little signature colors of mine. And because of that, I got a bit of a celebrity following, a bit of a celebrity clientele. I would have Michelle Pfeiffer come in and say she was going to the Oscars, or Fran Drescher needed something for her show, or Madonna was doing a video, whatever. And they would want me to match their shoes, match the event, whatever. And I just loved it. And I would take whatever situation was going on, whether it be a very fancy red carpet gala event or some kind of funky video, and create looks for that. And not just create looks, but create products. And I just started taking stuff home, melting it in my microwave. Am I talking too long?
Actually, Joe, did you pick up the truck going by? Yeah, but you know what? We're going to have that, so I don't think that should ever stop us. We can always put a little music behind it if
Okay.
we needed to, just to kind of hide it a little bit.
All right, where should I start up again?
Otherwise, we probably will have to wait till midnight to shoot.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the top.
So from the top.
You ready?
I like the way you start off. I really like the microwave story too, and
Okay.
the mess and all that.
Okay.
Make sure you work it. The opening to this was perfect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You started off saying, "Hey, we're gonna, excited about showing you. We're gonna get into the product, but first,
Let's go.
Let me show you a little story."
Okay.
That was a great lead in.
Hey everybody, my name's Jerrod Blandino. I'm the CEO of Too Faced Cosmetics. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to have a little one-on-one time with you guys. So before I go into what makes our products so fabulous, I want to tell you a little bit about me and how Too Faced got started. It's owned by myself and my partner, Jeremy Johnson, and that didn't make any sense. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we got started. Okay. Okay. I feel relaxed. Okay. Hey everybody, my name's Jerrod Blandino and I'm the CEO of Too Faced Cosmetics, and I'm here today to give you a little bit of a training on not only our fabulous products, but a little bit about what Too Faced is about and how we got started. So I'm going to take you back a few years ago when I was working behind the counter at Estee Lauder, and I just loved makeup. It clicked. I became a makeup artist. Quickly moved up the ranks from, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, just the quickly thing, you
Hey.
Great.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name's Jerrod Blandino and I'm the CEO of Too Faced Cosmetics, and I'm here today to give you a little bit of one-on-one time, tell you a little bit about our company and what makes our products so amazing. So it all started about 5 years ago. I was working behind the counter at Estee Lauder, and I just loved makeup. And at the time, makeup was a little too serious. The no makeup look was in, which was driving me nuts. And I had a lot of celebrities that I was working with. There were a lot of events to go to, red carpet events, videos. I worked with Michelle Pfeiffer, Madonna, all these people. And there was this frustration for the lack of creative, glamorous color in the department store. There was stuff for punk rockers or club kids, but for that kind of Hollywood red carpet customer, there wasn't anything. So I took it upon myself to run through the department, destroying all testers I could find, and mixing and melting my own products. And I kind of gained the reputation for these signature colors of mine. So before my microwave completely had it and was on the blink, because I had melted so many lipsticks together to create these things, my partner Jeremy Johnson, who worked for Chanel as a business manager, said, "Jerrod, let's get you a hobby. Let's pull it out of the kitchen and put it into Fred Siegel and let's see what happens." So we did. Found a lab, created these products. I was actually even taking pieces of clothing in, chips of paint, just anything. These things that inspired me. And at the time, there were no glitter shadows. And I remember taking this shirt, and it was from the 70s. I got it at a thrift store or something. It had this metallic thread in it. And that's now what Ooh and Ah is, which is our black and silver shadow. But we created these products, 10 eyeshadows, 10 lipsticks. and put them in Fred Siegel. And our first 7 days in business, we got a Vogue feature, which how amazing is that? And Madonna wore it to the Oscars, and Drew Barrymore wore it to like the MTV Movie Awards or something, and I had to quit Lauder. So the rest is history. Basically, the moral of this story is I followed my dream, believed in myself, and I did it. So, you know, if I can do it, you can too. And I hope you love the products as much as I do, and I'll get into that right now.
Great. Excellent. Right on. Nailed it.
Okay. Alrighty, you guys ready? Now my favorite part, I get to talk about the makeup. The first thing I want to talk about is our eyeshadows, because eyeshadows is what really put us on the map. All of my eyeshadows are made with French pearl, pure French pearl, crushed silk, and every just wonderful yum yum ingredient you can find on the planet that would make something silky and last forever. And it's all pure. There's no hamburger helper in my eyeshadows. So they're triple and quadruple pigmented, which makes them super intense. So it was important for me when I created my eyeshadows that what you see in the pot or in the compact is what you get on your face. And that is one of the best points that I can think of when you're selling a product to somebody that, you know what, you love what you see here, honey? You're gonna love it even more in your face because it's exactly the same thing. So that's also important. Our eyeshadows come in 3 different versions. We've got our duos. This is my favorite. This is Ooh and Ah, which was the very first eyeshadow I ever made and still very popular. We have the duos. We've got the singles, which are fabulous, all same formula. And then we've got our quads, which is a new category for us. It's doing very well. Every color in the quad is totally usable. You know, typically in a quad, you use 1 or 2 colors. It was my goal to really get 4 very different colors that work together or individually, so they're fantastic. The usage rate is really great on these because everybody loves all the colors. And what else?
Actually, frame it more towards my camera when you're bringing up your props. If you can.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, just kind of be thinking on. I don't have a problem.
Oh, I'm playing to you?
You're talking to that camera, but.
All right, kids, now we're going to have some fun. I get to talk about makeup. The first thing I want to talk about is our eyeshadows, because eyeshadows really put us on the map. My eyeshadows are all triple and quadruple pigmented, made of crushed French pearl and silk. They're amazing. You guys are makeup artists, you know, when you've seen an eyeshadow in a container, and when you've tried, you love the color, and then you try it on your customer and it's a different color, it doesn't happen with Too Faced eyeshadows. That's why I love them, and that's why they're just used all over Hollywood and in the movie industry, because they're true and they're fabulous. They come in 3 different flavors. We've got our duos, we've got our singles, which are great, and then we've got our quads. Our quads are terrific. There's 4 colors in them. It was my goal to make them all fabulous and user-friendly. They blend beautifully, they work well together. You get a professional application without being a professional, and that's important because when your customer goes home, she's not going to have you there with her, and she wants to look just as great as she did when you had her in her chair, and that's what you get with Too Faced eyeshadows, and I love them, and I hope you guys do too. So that's the first thing. They come in like a million colors, growing by the minute. This is Ooh and Ah, our first, and I love it. Then I'm going to go to okay. Now we're going to talk about makeup insurance. This is First Base eyeshadow base. This is going to guarantee for girls from 12 years old to women in their 90s that their eyeshadow is going to stay on all day, it will never crease, and it will stay perfect. This is your makeup insurance, and let me tell you why it's so fabulous. It feels kind of creamy. It goes on with this golden sheen. The golden sheen's there to cut any ruddiness or redness, and all of us have it, especially women who wear eye makeup on a daily basis. As you rub your eyes, just inevitably, your eyes get red, they get a little ruddier. This golden shimmer is gonna just mask that and make the skin appear fresher. Then, when we add our shadow on top of it, it's going to intensify the color. It's gonna allow it to blend easier. So even if you're not using a Too Faced shadow, it'll make any eyeshadow better. It will help perfect the skin with pineapple extract and a little glycolic acid, which why not? And it's really there just to guarantee a perfected face. It's used by all the makeup artists in Hollywood, and it's just one of those products that will ensure that you're looking your absolute best. It's a trick, and I love it. So that's First Base. All right, now I want to talk about First Base. First Base is my eyeshadow base, which I love. I created First Base because I had a lot of makeup artists coming to me saying, Jerrod, we know you're on the cutting edge, help us. How can we make our eyeshadows last 18, 19 hours underneath the studio lights? You know, they'll be running around, Jennifer Lopez is doing something, she's sweating, whatever, you know, who knows? The girls on Sex and the City are always trotting around New York. How can we make them look fresh so we don't have to keep reapplying? I invented First Base. First Base is a fabulous eyeshadow base. It's got a golden sheen. The golden sheen will cut any ruddiness. I also put glycolic acid and pineapple extract in it to resurface the skin, freshen the lid, the delicate skin around the eye. It makes your skin brighter, tighter, fresher. So anything you put on top of it now goes on smoother. The more you use First Base, the better it is for you. But you'll see, once you place your eyeshadow on top, it intensifies the color. It blends just beautifully, so much easier than it does with nothing underneath it. And it's going to stay perfect from 7 a.m. to 12 midnight or whenever you decide to take it off. And the best thing about it is that it prevents any of those pigments or whatever eyeshadow you're using, it doesn't even have to be a Too Faced shadow, from getting itself placed directly on top of the skin. There's a barrier of moisture, there's a barrier of essential oils that are going to keep the skin healthy and fresh and prevent the natural oils from the skin from penetrating and affecting the shadow. So it's your makeup insurance. Girls from 12 years old love it. It glues down glitter. Women in their 90s love it. You know, the women of The View, not that they're in their 90s, but it doesn't matter how old you are. It's gonna help make you look better. And this is a little makeup trick. It's a movie star secret, and it's here for you.
Water.
All right, talking about celebrity coveted products, I'm going to talk to you about Liquify. Liquify is magic, and I'm not going to even go into ingredients because I'll sound like, you know, the professor from Gilligan's Island. It won't make sense, but it's total magic. It is a clear white. Can you edit that?
Yes, pick it up from the top.
It's a clear liquid.
Yeah, take it from the top.
Damn. Really?
I like the professor thing.
I'm going to forget that. Okay. Okay.
Still rolling
Ready?
hand.
Talking about celebrity coveted products, I'm going to tell you about Liquify. I'm not going to even tell you what's in Liquify because it's so complicated that I'll sound like the professor from Gilligan's Island and you'll get totally bored, so I'm not going to do that. But Liquify is a clear liquid. It looks like water, but magically it'll transform any shadow or powder product into a waterproof, smudge-proof liquid liner. Hello, how cool is that? So you just dip it in your shadow. It will not harm the shadow in any way. And then you take this handy little felt tip applicator and you just line your eye. You do whatever you want. We've even used it on Janet Jackson and different performers around their lips. So when they're sweating or they're jumping around stage, it will not move. So if you've got a pink shadow that you love, try it on your lips. But in 60 seconds, this is going to dry down. It won't wipe off. It won't smudge. It won't do anything. You can swim in this stuff. Your favorite shadows are going to become even your more favorite shadows. And those shadows that your customers have like thrown in their drawers and just forgot about, or even you, they're going to become your new favorites. So you know that J-Lo kind of monochromatic look? This is our secret. Before you dip it back in, though, you want to wipe it off on a tissue and then dip it back in the liquid. You don't want to go straight from shadow to bottle. You want to wipe it off. The tip will be stained, but don't worry, it's clean as crystal. It's not going to hurt you. But this is really going to just, for you makeup junkies and you people who are creative, and I know you are, you're working in the cosmetics business, you're going to love this. It's Liquify, and it's magic. Okay, now we're going to talk about eyeliners, and we've got quite a few. Our first category I'm going to talk about is our sparkler glitter eye pencils. They're fantastic. They're very glamorous. On one end, you have a cool little smudgy smudger, so we can get a real great smoky look. On the other, you've got a great vitamin E-enriched glitter pencil. They're soft enough to give like a great smoky look, but firm enough to get a nice line. They're cool. They're called sparklers. Then I'm going to talk to you about liquid lava. I love liquid lava. And it was my goal when creating liquid lava to reinvent the wheel. Black eyeliners, they're a staple, but like, what's new? Like, you know, I was bored. I thought, how can I put a twist on black eyeliner? So what I did is I created liquid lava. The thin one is a gloss formula. It stays glossy, shiny, very glamorous, very sexy, sex kitten. And the fat guy is a matte formula, so it gives that great smoky, seductress look. You can go very extreme or very, you know, demure with it. Doesn't matter. I mean, you don't have to apply any pressure. These things just come off like liquid velvet. They're amazing. They're called liquid lava, and I love them. I hope you guys do too. So that's that. Oh, I don't have another eye pencil. Mascara. Okay, now I want to talk to you about Electric Lash, which is one of Gwen Stefani's favorite products. She took it on tour with her. A little celebrity gossip. But it's really cool. Actually, what it is, on one side, you get a lengthening conditioning mascara. See that marshmallow? Fuck. Okay. Okay, talking about celebrity. Oh. All right, now I want to talk to you about Electric Lash. One of Gwen Stefani's favorite products. In fact, she took it on tour with her on No Doubt's last tour. But it's an amazing, very glamorous way to wear mascara. You know, how can we make that glamorous? Well, we did. On one side, Electric Lash has a lengthening conditioning mascara. You see the Christmas tree shaped brush? It's going to find every lashes, even those lashes that don't count, they're going to matter. On the other side, which is the fun part, is a conditioning glitter top coat. It locks in moisture. It'll separate your lashes. So throw those pins and needles out, ladies. Stop poking out your eyeballs. You don't need it. This real slimline. Do I have to start from the top?
Yeah, you really should.
Can I go from this point now? I want to talk about this. All right, so we've talked about eyeshadow. Now we're going to talk about mascara. Oh, fuck. Okay, so, all right. So we've talked about eyeshadow. We've talked about eyeliner. Now we're going to talk about mascara. We put a Too Faced twist on mascara. It's got a little glamour mixed into it, and this is Electric Lash. Let me tell you what Electric Lash is. On one side, you've got a lengthening conditioning mascara. Super rich. I love it. You see that Christmas tree shaped brush? It's going to find every lash, even those little lashes that don't count. Now they matter. On the other side, we have an illuminating top coat. Don't think of it as glitter. It looks very funky, very glamorous, and it can be with like 5 to 10 coats. But with 1 to 2 coats, what it's going to do is it's going to lock in moisture with that hydration gel. That illumination shimmer is going to add a bright, sexy flirt to your lashes. It's almost like sprinkling a little stardust into your eyes. You're not going to really notice it's on your lashes, but your eyes are going to look a little flirtier. You just brush it on and throw those pins and needles away, girls. Stop poking out your eyeballs. This slimline brush is going to separate your lashes as it coats that freshly applied mascara. It's going to lock in that fresh curl, so it's going to stay fresh all day long, and you're going to have a little twinkle in your eye. It's sexy, it's modern, and it's Too Faced.
Yeah, I didn't hear Gwen.
Okay. You want a little celebrity? Okay. Ready? I can do it again.
I see what you're going to do, though. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Cool.
All right. You want a little celebrity dish? Gwen Stefani ordered buckets of this stuff. I had to FedEx it to Holland last tour. She used it. Ready? Okay. All right. You want a little celebrity dish? Gwen Stefani from No Doubt loves this stuff. In fact, I had to FedEx it to Europe 3 times on her last tour because I don't know what she was doing with it, but she loves it. It's celebrity, coveted. Your customers are going to love it, and it's going to change your life. I promise.
Pat, for a second, I'm sorry. The one other thing when you talk about this, you've been quoted in so many magazines about brows. Maybe you want to bring that up.
Some tips? Okay.
Say, I've been
Okay.
known for...
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, anything for you.
All right.
And
Okay, I've worked with Madonna and everyone on down to Nicole Kidman, from the thickest brow to the thinnest brow. In fact, Brooke Shields, hello, Miss Brow. I'm like brow obsessed. So when it came time to creating the perfect brow pencil, it took me about 2 years to perfect. I wanted it to be perfect. I love the natural look when we use a powder, but it's almost impossible to get right unless you're an artist, and you know that. Women can't get the precision with a brush that they can with a pencil, but you can get the natural look of a waxy product than you can with a powder. So what I created after 2 years and like almost driving the people in the lab to suicide is our brownie. It comes in 2 colors, brownie and blondie. But what's terrific about it is that it's got this great powder base that it draws on like a typical pencil would. But when you release those pigments with the brush, it transforms itself into a powder. It's total magic. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's the perfect brow pencil. Not only is it like super cute, who doesn't want to pull this out and touch your brows up or something, but it really is a great product. I've been quoted in, from Vogue to Allure to InStyle on brows. I really love brows. I think they're incredibly important. And this product will really allow you to achieve arch nirvana. which don't we all want that? So that's brownie. Don't eat it.
Very good, man.
Okay, so we've talked about our eyeshadows. They come from matte to pearl to a glitter formula, but I wanted to go to the next step, and I thought, how can I go for total metallic? Because right now, this kind of military metallic kind of edgy vibes in. We're coming off of that punk scene from the 80s, and I thought, how can I take it to the next level? And I did with Sugar Shadow. Sugar Shadow is a loose eyeshadow formula that is like pure metallic yum yum. You'll put it on like you would, almost like a cream. It feels creamy and silky, but in fact it's not. It's a total metallic powder. It'll take you from kind of, innocent girly to like total bombshell. It's one of those products that you add a little bit to the lid or up by the brow bone, and you just look amazing. And Cher loves this product. We used it on Reese Witherspoon, and it's one of those items that you just are going to throw in your makeup bag and use time and time and time again. It comes in 4 colors. First Base is the perfect product to lock this down if you want to use it by itself. Apply a little First Base all over. Take your Sugar Shadow, place it wherever you want it. You can use a brush or even your finger, and you'll just be like, bam, Hollywood. Isn't that what you want?
Great.
Okay.
Oh, that was a fast, yeah. Just making sure. No cost.
Okay, are you falling asleep? Okay, wake up. Ready? Now we're going to talk about lips. Lips, all of a sudden, in the last like 3 or 4 years, have become so huge. Yeah, in every way they can be huge, right? So we're going to talk about Gossip Gloss first. Gossip Gloss is our lip gloss. It's got kind of the coverage of a lipstick, a sheer lipstick, with all the shine of like a patent leather. Okay, can I start over?
Yes, it's not.
And let's let UPS get by while we're at it.
It's not. You have a lot of them. Aloe, vanilla, mandarin,
Okay,
and cucumber.
ready? Okay. All right, now we're going to talk about lips. And the lip category has become so huge in like the last 3 years, you know that. It's just, everybody wants gloss, and our gloss does so well. And I think it has a lot to do with the formulation. It's loaded with mandarin, vanilla, and aloe. It really will plump and soothe and just condition your lips. And they just feel just like, okay, damn.
It's like, also, I based it a lot on my eyeshadow formula where it's triple pigment.
Okay, I'll talk about pigment.
No?
The glosses don't have triple pigment, do they?
Yeah.
They're sheer.
Hi, welcome to Too Faced.
No, what, the lipstick. The lip
All right,
gloss is
okay,
not
let's
really
go.
colored to
Come on, I'm getting bored. Ready?
We don't want to see there's a lot of color.
Okay, ready?
Good there, Paul? Good. Rolling.
All right, now we're going to talk about lips. And you know the lip category in like the last 3 years has become huge, and gloss is everywhere. So I'm going to talk to you about our Gossip Gloss. Our Gossip Gloss formula is fabulous. It plumps the lips up with mandarin and vanilla essential oils and soothes with aloe. You put it on, your lips feel plumper, just sexier. It's got about the coverage of a sheer lipstick, so I did put a little more pigment in Gossip Gloss than a typical gloss, but it has like this super metallic patent leather kind of shine. Those shimmery glosses, it comes from like very clear to more pearly to very, very shimmery. But that shimmery metallic is so deep and rich, you're going to love it. They're all flavored and scented individually. We've got pear and peppermint, and if it's on your lips, it's so close to your nose, why not, give a little yum yum there too. But you're going to love them. They stay on, they don't move all over, and they've got enough color that you can wear them alone or over a lipstick, which is cool. You've got that freedom. And hello, it's cute, right? Okay, so that's Gossip Gloss. Another lip gloss category we have is our Kiss Sticks. Kiss Sticks are fabulous because they're really fun to use. You just click up the bottom, the gloss comes right up through the top, and you paint it on like you would if you were using a lip brush. This formula is a lot sheerer, a lot more kind of jello. It has a jello vibe to it, you know what I mean? That kind of crystally clear color. They go from very transparent to a shimmer formula. They aren't as opaque as the Gossip Gloss, but they have that great shine. Once again, these have yummy essential oils like passion fruit, mandarin, vanilla, to soothe and plump the lips as well. But they're also great and portable, so it's a fun product. They've done really, really well for us. We also have something called our Juicy Jewels. Juicy Jewels are fantastic because Juicy Jewels are everything you've ever wanted in the gloss in one component. You've got your liquid lipstick / gloss. It's got more coverage than our Gossip Gloss on one end. So they do still have the consistency of a sheer lipstick, but with a little more pigment on one side. And then on the other side, you have a complementary gloss, which is totally fun. And that side has a brush. The liquid lipstick side has a doe foot, so it lays down more product. The gloss side has a brush, so you can get a sheer coverage. But the fun part about Juicy Jewels is that each side is flavored individually, and when combined, they mix to create a different flavor. So this is Love Lisa, which 100% of the proceeds go to skin cancer. So sell this one. This one's vanilla cream, and on this side is butter. So when you mix them, they mix to create a cupcake. Get it? A la the Jelly Belly theory. So they're also fun. They come in a million flavors and colors, and they're a really, really big seller for us, and I think you guys will like them too.